well, Linda, don't hide behind the flag. You've heard that expression, right? Linda's hiding behind it. Is Dr. Gordon and Linda here from Southeastern Fertility, South Bend, and the Southeastern Fertility here, Facebook Friday, Linda.
Yes, happy
And
Friday.
happy Friday.
On
and
Memorial Day weekend.
Memorial Day weekend, a long weekend, right?
Yes.
Holiday weekend.
Yes.
And to recognize those who, of course, have given to our country, right? In defense of our country, right? In support, and we support our military here,
Yes,
and
we do.
we certainly appreciate their service. And as a military family, we know what that means, especially when we are thinking about the world being kind of a scary and dangerous place right now. And we think and thank those families and our servicemen and women who put in their lives on the line to defend our country, and that's an important thing. It
Very
really
important.
is. It really is, and so we do appreciate that. And although we think about Memorial Day of cookouts and hot dogs and hamburgers and the start of the summer season, especially here in East Tennessee where it gets kind of warm pretty quick,
Yeah.
it really does. It is meaningful. And
It is.
we used to go and see all the flags at Arlington National Cemetery that we put
There's
out
just
by
something.
volunteers.
It gave me
Yeah.
chills just talking
Yeah,
about it.
it
There
is.
is just something
Yeah.
about seeing all those rows
Yeah, there's
of graves.
Yeah, and then of course they used to have the Rolling Thunder that would come to DC. That was the motorcycle
Oh, yes.
parade, and of course with dogs who hate motorcycles, it was always a tough weekend to be on the roads with the Gordon dogs. Let me tell you, it was. So anyway,
So what
but
about this weekend? You're going to be on the roads with the
we
dogs?
are going to be on the roads for the dogs.
Are you?
We are. We are going to go visit our mother-in-law in North Carolina, so we'll be on the road. We'll be on the road, and that actually leads us. So I want to move away from our discussion here of Memorial Day weekend. We thank you all for your service. So, and talk about something else, and that is, Linda, skunks. Okay?
Welcome to East Tennessee.
Okay.
Again.
I mean, we live in Fox Den. They should call it Skunk Den, okay? Like, we've seen like one fox since we moved here, and we smell skunks all the time, all right? So if you are facing a skunk problem with your dogs, Nature's Miracle odor neutralizing formula is your friend. Let me tell you that. So last night at midnight, time to let the dogs out to do their business, okay? And they give that weird bark when they are like really excited about something, and
they were excited.
and here comes Lucky, the white dog, my big white shelter dog, who comes down, and he's not so happy anymore. And I catch that whiff of skunk odor. Now I will say this, the last time he got skunked, he got hit in the face. And this time he seemed to have gotten hit in the tail. So my theory is he's running. My theory, he was running away. So he learned something from the experience, right? So then we had to take this stuff, bathe him, okay? And out there at midnight, I'm in the driveway, bathing the dog with this stuff. You have to put this on before you bathe them. You put this stuff on because skunk stuff is an oil. And so you have to put that on. You don't want to wet them down first. You put this on first, then you let it sit, and then you can wash it off of them and you shampoo them. So he got so upset at the end of this whole process that he just started walking down the driveway. He didn't have his collars on. He went right past the invisible fence, and he just headed down the street. And Susanna said, he ran away. I was like, he did? And she goes, yeah. And I'm looking with a flashlight, and I'm like, maybe he did. And then I look down the end of the street, and I see his little eyes, and I was like, all right, come on, Lucky. And he's like, nope. And I said, all right, we'll go for a ride. And so then he comes running because he wants to go for a ride. Yeah, that's right. So then we're going to trade new car smell for skunk car smell, which I didn't think was a good trade. And so now I'm a pretty honest person, and I hate to lie to my dog. So I just felt like I got him back home under false pretenses. I promised him a ride. And he was now smelling more like lavender because this is lavender scented. So I did what anyone did. I put him in my wife's car.
That's what I started to say.
And she said we needed gas, so here we go at 1 o'clock in the morning with my recently deskunkified dog. I'm in my pajamas, and we drive to the gas station. So if any of our patients saw Dr. Gordon pumping gas in his little pajamas on Kingston Pike, you weren't hallucinating. You saw me, okay? As sad as it may be, I know. And so
if anybody has a video, send it in.
Yeah, that's right. Send it in. No. So,
which gas station? Maybe they still have their video.
Weigel. Weigel.
Not Weigel.
Weigel.
Oh my goodness.
All right, so we came home. He was not smelling his. He was pretty much deskunkified, and so. But I had him sleep in the garage because I was like, you know. Anyway, so
you gave him his ride.
I did give him his ride. I thought you have to be honest, right?
Yes.
You have to be honest. We were talking about.
He won't come next time.
You won't come next time, right? And you know, we're talking about some of these scandals in the fertility industry where doctors doing things that weren't honest, and I'm thinking, listen, what can I tell you? I'm an Eagle Scout, okay? I wouldn't even lie to my dog, okay? I think I'm pretty honest. Okay? I'm just saying, I think I'm pretty honest, all right?
Yeah.
So, in any case, why are we talking about my dog getting skunked? Besides the fact that everyone thinks it's funny and that I was in my pajamas pumping gas, but, you know, Lucky, I feel, learned something. See, I think the fact he got hit in the tail, he did learn something.
From the first time.
I feel like I learned something. I keep this in my garage now. Yeah. I have several bottles. I am prepared, right? Motto of Boy Scouts?
Boy Scouts.
Be prepared,
Be
okay?
prepared.
I was prepared, all right? I was ready to do it.
All right.
So I think that in reproductive medicine, you should learn from what has gone before. Mm-hmm. Lucky learned, okay? I learned, okay? And when we look at our patients who are going through treatments, we learn from each cycle, right? We learn. We look at the cycle and say, well, how did you respond? Did you make more eggs than we thought you would? Did you make fewer eggs than we thought we did? You know, did you ovulate early? Did you ovulate late? Did you have a surge? I mean, you know, so all these things are important, and I think it's hard as a patient because you think that
you're just thinking it's my cycle and it's a failed cycle.
Right, but you do learn, right? You really do learn from that.
Oh yeah.
And that's important. And so like today, I talked with a couple, and they'd had 2 frozen embryo transfers elsewhere, and now they're coming here, and you know, well, actually they had 2 frozen transfers, one of which worked, one of which didn't. And I said, well, did they use the same protocol for the second transfer? And they said they weren't sure, they didn't think they did. And so I always feel like, well, if you've got a protocol that results in the baby, like, do that protocol again, right? I mean, you know, you can't get better than success, right? So I just felt like, you know, that seemed like a
odd.
Right. Well, you know, but not everyone. Some people say, well, this is our protocol, so we're just going to put. But my feeling is, if that protocol worked for you in the past, I don't know. That seems like an appropriate place to start.
Yeah.
Right. You've learned, right?
Right.
And so when you see the little fart squirrel running around the backyard, okay, you should learn. Right?
Don't run towards it.
Don't run towards it.
Run away.
It doesn't want to play with you.
Run
okay?
away fast.
Run away. And apparently, next time run faster so you don't get hit on the tail, right? Or something.
That's right.
Or dodge. Serpentine, right? Serpentine.
Yeah.
Right? Run away serpentine, and then they can't
Was
hit
it
you.
Bob and Weave?
Bob and Weave. That's right. So anyway, so we learn from our experiences.
Yeah.
We learn from our mistakes.
Yep.
We learn from our outcomes that are not ideal. Right?
Right.
Learning is a lifelong process, Linda.
It is.
Isn't that right?
Yes.
That's right. And
so what have they learned today?
Learning when Dr. Keenan tells you to
do labs.
Do labs, you're going to do those. That's all right.
Yeah,
it's all good. All worked out well.
Keep going.
No,
keep
no,
going.
no, I'm not going to throw you in the bus.
Just go ahead
it's
and
all
retire.
good. No, it's all good. No, you're not. Promote you. All right. Well, that's what I got for this holiday weekend edition of Facebook Friday, and we hope that y'all have a wonderful weekend. Again, to our servicemen and women out there and the families who support them, thank you for your service. Yeah, and y'all have a wonderful weekend, and we'll see you next Friday, I guess. Next Friday, and we'll report how many skunk adventures the Gordon dogs had in the last 7 days. So, all right, do well.